Welcome back. A group of small political parties has expressed its disappointment with the Democratic Alliance. This after the main opposition party decided to put forward its own mayoral candidate for Johannesburg. The group, which includes Freedom Front Plus, says the DA is now putting the success of coalition talks at risk. Let's bring into this conversation Wouter Wessels, who's the Freedom Front Plus head of elections. Mr. Wessels, thank you very much for joining us this evening. So what do you make of the DA's announcement a little earlier today?
Good evening. Well, it goes further than just the DA saying they insist on putting forward their mayoral candidate. It goes also to the fact that the DA says that there won't be a successful government formed in Johannesburg. We know that the numbers make it impossible to form a stable majority coalition, which does not include the ANC and the EFF. And that is the principal decision that the parties that form part of this block of parties that's trying to form coalitions in Tshwane, in Johannesburg, and other places that includes them. But the fact of the matter is that we can put forward a mayoral candidate. We can try to get the ANC out and form a minority government, which is not the ideal, but which does at this stage give hope to the electorate that we keep the ANC out of Johannesburg, which is an important mandate that the electorate gave us. And that's why we say it's short-sighted of the DA to now insist on putting their own mayoral candidate, but also saying that they know it won't succeed and that actually they are saying the ANC will take over Johannesburg again, whilst we can prevent that.
What do you think the likelihood is of the DA forming a grand coalition with the ANC?
No, I don't think that's on the table unless they are really very dishonest, because they made it very publicly clear that they will not form a coalition with the ANC. So I think they'll put forward their mayoral candidate, very much knowing that he will not succeed, he will fall out. And then we'll try to still get the candidate from the Action SA, Mr. Herman Mashaba, elected. Because when the candidate from the DA fails and does not succeed to secure a majority of voting in council, then there'll be a second round of voting taking place, and then it will be most likely between the candidate from the Action SA and the candidate from the ANC. And the DA will then have to decide, are they going to vote with the Action SA candidate and the other party supporting him, or are they going to vote with the ANC, or are they going to not bring out a vote and spoil their ballots, and by doing that, giving power to the ANC. So the ball is in the DA's court, and they will have to make that decision on Monday in council.
How does this decision to put forward their own mayoral candidate for Johannesburg affect negotiations or talks between Action SA, the Freedom Front Plus, UDM, ACDP and the DA about support for the DA's candidate in Tshwane?
Well, I can't speak on behalf of the other parties, but I can say that the Freedom Front Plus's position is that we are disappointed in the DA with regards to their decision, but we will still support the DA mayoral candidate in Tshwane, and we will still honor our agreement with the DA with regards to the forming a coalition government in Tshwane. Because in Tshwane, it's possible to form a majority coalition, a stable coalition, that will actually be able to govern for 5 years, unlike the 2016 minority government that had a lot of problems. And this will be to the benefit of the residents of Tshwane. So we won't go back on that just because of the decision made in Johannesburg, but I can't speak on behalf of the other parties. We will, however, have discussions tomorrow with those other parties and try to get a way forward to the benefit of the residents and the electorate in Tshwane, especially at this stage.
Good news for residents of Tshwane. Those in Johannesburg having voted for the DA still awaiting decision about possible coalitions there.